Jackson Radio Show.
I've often said that all the wisdom of life can be found in Proverbs. And there's a verse in Proverbs that says only fools concern themselves with just their opinions, and not show interest in others. And when I think about that, it's Proverbs 18:2. I say to myself, that's exactly what liberals are. That's what they represent. They represent fools, because liberals only care about their opinions. There was a girl who went to CPAC, an Indian girl, and maybe she was Asian. Well, same thing technically. And she was at CPAC, and she's a leftist. And there was also a leftist reporter there. I talked to him. He was with the Root, NBC. And people were like, what are you doing here? And I said, leave that man alone. Be happy that he's here, because he gets to see us. He gets to see who we are, what we do. We want them here. And he was like, yeah, this is exactly right. I want to be here. You know, I don't want to have any preconceived notions or whatever. I said, I don't. My friends are like, don't interview with him. He's just going to spin it. I said, you know what? He can do whatever he wants with my words. I know who I am. But anyway, this girl, she comes there. She writes for the Wall Street Journal. And it was a mind-blowing experience for her. She says conservatives wanted to hear what she had to say. They wanted her to speak first. They weren't interrupting. They were very cordial and nice and so on and so forth. She said it was an amazing experience. And she's come out to say, I've completely been misled about what conservatives do and what they represent. I say this all the time. I have this argument with people all the time, a debate. Kevin, I'm a fiscal conservative, but a social liberal. And I always say, what does that mean? It's easy to know what a fiscal conservative is. Everybody theoretically is a fiscal conservative, meaning they want to be. They have no problem with that. I want to save money. I want to pay my bills on time. I want to have a good job, whatever. But I'm a social liberal. Meaning what? You give more to charity. That's what they think. They don't. You have more concern about mankind. That's what they think. They don't. You care more about the environment. That's what they think, but they don't. You care more about humankind. Nope. Anything. Name it. Animals. Nope. They don't care. They are under such a ruse of what they represent, and they believe it. They think they're better. Now, they'll side with us on fiscal conservative. You guys are right about that. You should save your money. You should be good stewards of your money. I'll give you that. But on everything else, you're wrong. You're mean. You're racist. You're misogynist. You hate women. You hate this. You hate Muslims. You hate Mexicans. And none of it's true. It's flatly a lie. I will tell you, I don't hang around. I don't know any conservatives that tell me, Kevin, I hate Mexicans. I hate illegals. No, we don't appreciate illegals breaking our laws, and we certainly do not hate Mexicans. Now, you'll have some that have some bias against Muslims. I do, because they blow stuff up. But I don't hate Muslims. I can tell you this, the majority of my life, I hadn't even thought about Muslims until leftists started introducing him into the culture and saying all these bad things. I used to go, when I traveled, I was in many parts of Africa that had Muslims and never thought a thing about it when the world was safe. Never thought a thing about it. I'd hear their calls to prayer. I knew a little bit about their culture. I'd been at their homes, talked about not Christianity per se, but America. They wanted to know about America. Had dinner in their homes, talking about these issues. They love to talk about politics, but that was it. Never thought anything of them. Never felt like, they're, in fact, I used to say to myself, wow, these guys are pretty, they at least they follow our politics. That's what I would say. But now, yeah, do you want to say I have a bias? I absolutely do. I've seen the level of Muslim attacks that have escalated. Had a conversation with some people the other day, and I was telling them how terror attacks have escalated through the decades, and they're blown away. And I go, don't believe me, though. I want you to go look for yourself. Even though you heard it from me, you need to see this yourself. In the 70s, one Muslim attack in the entire world in the decade of the 70s, 13 in the 80s, 37 in the 90s. and 2,000 plus in the year 2000 by itself. And we've had almost 2,000 Muslim attacks worldwide every year since. Every year. And so you tell me that we're supposed to be feeling better about Muslims? They're attacking resorts. They're attacking towns and villages for no reason. That you've seen what's happened to our Christmas parties, the nightclub in Florida, the Boston Marathon, and many others that have been planned and thwarted. And they're being thwarted all over the world. And luckily, we're finally at a point where we are making progress against them. But man, it's been very difficult to do. So fools concern themselves with only their opinions and show no interest in the opinions of others. And so when we want to voice our opinion about things and look at the logical side of these things, the left get angry with us. They start calling us names and telling us who we are, and we're not those people. And that is why I'm fighting hard to say, you're not going to tell me who I am. Now, I don't know what you guys are going to do, but I'm not going to get told who I am. You tell me who I am, I'm going to spin it back on you. You're a racist. You're a racist. You're a misogynist. You're a misogynist. You're homophobic. You're homophobic. And you go, well, what's that going to do? It sounds rather childish. No, it isn't. It's me responding back to what I'm called, and I'm going to keep saying it back. And not only that, I'm going to say, it's really funny to me that you would even bring this up because it shows where your mind is. It shows exactly how you think. President Trump is being attacked with these things. It's been going on for a long time. And you know what he does? He's now to the point of ignoring it. Call me what you want. I've now got time under my belt, and it's only going to get worse for you because he has this distinction of being a president who's actually keeping his promises. Talked about that on a team call the other day, that we should do a meme that says President Trump hated for keeping his promises. He didn't keep anything from you. Probably, I would venture to argue, maybe you guys will differ with me on this. I think President Trump has been one of the most open presidents in the history of this country. Open. Here's what I think, even when he gets it wrong. Like, who was he talking about the other day where he said, the guns. Grab the guns, ask questions later. And I remember thinking, no, you can't do that. I disagree with you, President Trump. Everybody has to have due process. Well, they're crazy, Kev. Crazy people are getting guns. Okay, very well could be true. But you can't arbitrarily say, I'm going to thwart your due process just because I think you're crazy. Prove I'm crazy. Prove I'm going to do something. Look at my Facebook page, look at my Twitter page, look at Instagram or whatever you look at. Go ask some people. Then say, this guy's crazy and he doesn't need a gun. But until then, you can't do it. So I'm not dyed in the wool for Trump. If he makes a mistake, I'm going to tell you about it. And you will too, because we're open-minded. That's the difference between us and them. Back in a bit.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.